Welcome to this week's edition of Immunology Updates, covering the latest breakthroughs. Brought to you by LucidQuest. TREMFYA subcutaneous induction has demonstrated strong clinical results in ulcerative colitis. Data from the Phase 3 ASTRO trial revealed statistically significant clinical and endoscopic improvements at week 24. Clinical remission was achieved in over 35% of patients treated with TREMFYA, compared to 9.4% in the placebo group. This marks a potential paradigm shift, enabling a fully subcutaneous treatment option from day one as an alternative to existing intravenous regimens. The subcutaneous protocol is currently under FDA review for ulcerative colitis. Abivax has completed enrollment in its Phase 3 AB tech trials for ulcerative colitis. The program for obefazimod successfully enrolled all 1,275 participants, exceeding original targets. Top-line induction results are expected in the third quarter of 2025, with maintenance data anticipated by the second quarter of 2026. A new drug application submission is targeted for the second half of 2026, contingent on positive results. Baseline data remain consistent with prior trials, and no new safety concerns have been identified. Xencor is advancing its anti-TL1A antibody, XmAb942, into Phase 2b development for inflammatory bowel disease. Interim results from healthy volunteers indicate the antibody is well tolerated and has a half-life exceeding 71 days. The Phase 2b Zenith UC study is scheduled to begin in the second half of 2025 and will enroll approximately 220 patients with ulcerative colitis. XmAb942 may enable once every 12-week dosing during maintenance. Additionally, a TL1A and IL-23p19 bispecific candidate is on track for trials in 2026. The FDA has approved SELARSDI as an interchangeable biosimilar to Stelara. SELARSDI is now cleared for all Stelara indications, including ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease. Available in both subcutaneous and intravenous formulations, it was developed by Alvotech and will be commercialized by Teva in the United States. This represents a key milestone in increasing biosimilar access and reducing treatment costs. Cullinan Oncology has launched a clinical trial for CLN-978 in Sjögren's disease. The IND-cleared therapy is the first CD19 T-cell engager to be studied in this indication. The U.S.-based trial will evaluate safety, pharmacokinetics, and disease activity in patients with moderate to severe symptoms. This program expands on Cullinan's ongoing work in systemic lupus erythematosus and rheumatoid arthritis. The study is expected to initiate within the current quarter. AstraZeneca has announced its exit from neuroscience, choosing instead to refocus its resources on obesity and immunology. The company is discontinuing its Alzheimer's and migraine programs and closing its neuroscience division. The realignment reflects a strategic shift toward metabolic and immune-driven conditions such as asthma, obesity, and autoimmunity. AstraZeneca's oncology and diabetes portfolios continue to be growth drivers. The decision coincides with the company's first quarter earnings and updated corporate strategy. The FDA has approved ZEVASKYN, the first gene therapy for the treatment of wounds caused by recessive dystrophic epidermolysis bullosa, or RDEB. In clinical studies, a single application led to greater than 80% healing in chronic wounds at the 6-month mark. The therapy is scheduled to launch in the third quarter of 2025 through qualified treatment centers. Abiona Therapeutics will also provide support services through its Abiona Assist program. ARS Pharma and ALK are expanding the reach of neffy, the needle-free nasal epinephrine spray. Through a co-promotion agreement, the companies aim to engage 9,000 additional pediatricians across the U.S. neffy remains the only FDA-approved epinephrine spray for the treatment of anaphylaxis. This initiative is part of a broader effort to boost awareness ahead of the back-to-school season and a national consumer campaign. Expanded access is expected to significantly drive prescription volume nationwide. Stay ahead in immunology research. Like, share, and subscribe for weekly updates. Visit lqventures.com or email us at info@lqventures.com for expert healthcare consulting. See you next time.